Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Dev and I guess, are continuing the Learn to Play for the Aeon Trespass 12 Sins of Herekles. We were figuring that it was just going to be a super long video, so if we just kept doing the whole tutorial in one, so we're going to break it up, and hopefully this is the last one. Alright, so starting Chapter 2, Divine Lineage. Boom.
You've complained about the Boeotian backcountry. It had nothing on the Orcomenean, dark and dense and confounding. The path you are following is narrow, forcing you to walk in a single file. It winds in and out among the trunks. It's cut by 1,000 protruding roots. A few slender beams of sun slip through the double canopy of oaks and red maples, and the megalithic trees you have no names for. Only unbridled awe. Shade enough for the gods themselves, one of you murmurs.
Oh, you're right.
Another Herakles remarks,
Is this a holy grove, Iolaus?
a hint of apprehension in their voice.
Are we trespassing?
The gods are dead, says Iolaus. I don't think they mind. You did, a little. Though the temples of the Olympians have greatly diminished after the eschaton, hardly surprising, seeing the downfall of their patrons. Every now and then a wandering priest visited upon your home village to give their blessing, or to doomsay, but mostly to ask for alms. They taught you to respect all that is divine. At that, he says, you were taught many things, I imagine. Even more remain to be learned. Mighty philosophical of him, wise Iolaus. We'll be there soon, he adds. There? Where? He doesn't tell you anything, and you keep following him. Maybe you are as dumb as he sometimes makes you feel. You continue in silence.
He's like, I'll be your daddy.
Come on, kids, I've always wanted children. Gain 2 Oikos Fate. Okay.
Oh
no. Oh, I see. Okay, so yes, now that you know what this symbol means, pass the firstborn token to the next player in clockwise order.
Ooh.
Boom. Next player. There you go.
I'm the firstborn today.
So you've reached a white Gaiacine node. The path still leads in only one direction, the northeast. Onto the black progress node. Got it. So, black progress. By the way, you can now flip over Torrent's child card. It shows an abridged map legend. Oh, okay. Progress. Each time you remove a seasonal progress token or a to gain progress, gain a progress token. Got it. Whoops. So I guess we'll just put that right up there. Progress nodes are seasonal nodes, so one time used, they grant you progress tokens. These tokens represent your efforts and gathered information and are used for a variety of activities. Chiefly, you'll place progress token on story cards. However, you've yet to receive your first story card, so instead take out the Inward Journey Last Days of Summer tarot-sized card from the game box. Nope. That's something else. It said no trespassing, and I should have listened. But from the game box. Nope. There's not a spawn. There's not a Last Days of Summer. Nope. I don't know why I keep thinking.
Is there a spawn button on there?
No, that's what I thought too.
Mm.
Inward Journey card, right? Inward Journey. You may always place it on the Inward Journey. Well, unless it says that we don't have it now. Nope, because it says done. Yeah. Inward Journey is a special tarot-sized story card. If Doom cards tell of the villain's side of the story and normal story cards are your main quest, then Inward Journey is the story of the Oikos itself. Oh, so it's basically the Inward Odyssey.
Inward Odyssey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we're limited to, unfortunately.
Iron.
Right, that's what I thought too. And it's not this one.
Maybe you still have it.
Yeah?
Because like the one they have as an example here is just gibberish.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess that's later. Not that it matters. All right,
Yeah.
so now we draw the next exploration card, which is black, so it's wilderness. Oh, yeah, this one we can put on the bottom. The Old Forest. In the absence of civilization, wilderness thrives. Resolve whatever that is if threat is 9, 10, 11, 12, or 1. And we're going to gain a threat. But yet another given threat. Adjust the Triskelion now. Hey, it's another adventure. The Ouroboros window shows 4. Before we proceed with that, note also the new peculiar instruction on the card. Resolve that symbol. That is called an adversary symbol. It governs the appearance and movement of the dreaded adversary primordial. Each adversary would move the adversary 1 node towards the Oikos, but only if it is already on the map. If it's not on the map, just like now, you would need 2 symbols to spawn it. The Old Forest would provide 2 symbols, but only if your threat is 9 through 12 or 1. Alright, cool. So he does not spawn.
Nice.
So now we have our monster at the end of the path adventure.
Over the years, the Old Forest has mostly recovered from the eschaton, but the small temple of Zeus Eleftherios, the Freedom Giver, hidden deep in its dark interior, still bears its scars. A violent quake has shifted the very ground beneath it, making it rest askew, as if it was a beast clambering from the underworld. Broken columns and toppled statues stick out of the scrub like serrated teeth. It looks ready to swallow you whole.
We'll stay the night.
Yolaus states impassively.
It looks unsafe.
One of you ventures.
What? Why?
There is oblivious curiosity in his voice.
It's divine ground.
The house of your father's
Father, no less.
Where else would you be safer than in his
Loving embrace.
Oh, he's mocking you,
I'll stand watch first.
he says, and orders you to set camp between the temple's Anta, right on the doorstep.
Do not go in.
Effigies of Zeus surround you. Even with the beard, the resemblance to Herekles is uncanny. Same stare. You know Yolaus brought you here deliberately, to stir memories of father. See how you react to fear and anger. See if you're going to snap. You promise yourselves you won't give him a reason to doubt your resolve. But this night, the black dream haunts you again. You thought it gone, or rather that you had left it behind in your home, in your village, with your previous life. Not a chance. Herekles is there, and you are still powerless to stop him. He abandons you with a smirk. Then, he descends the black steps of the temple toward what? You are awakened by a terrible howl. You all heard it, except it seems Yolaus, who is fast asleep. Was it part of the shared dream? You come to the conclusion it was a portent, and that there is a primordial monster haunting this place. Should you go look for it?
What do you think? Yes, the portal was a dare. The monster waits in the bowels of the temple. You need to confront it. Or no, it was a warning to not follow in your father's footsteps. Instead, you should check the perimeter. The Orchomenian is full of predators, and that sounded like a wolf's howl.
No. Yes, the port was a dare. It waits in the bowels. Let's go. Courage.
All right.
The marble steps inside the temple are not black. They're stained dark red. Dried blood. It's possible nobody has come here since the eschaton. Makes sense. Stories tell that the temples were struck first, hard. Then they became nests for the terrible things known as primordials, like the one you are about to face.
Like the one that's about to fuck you up. Okay, if you're reading this, you've reached the skill test. Let's try it now. The firstborn takes 3 d10 dice, making sure one of them is the crit die. That would be you.
Mm.
You are testing courage or fury. At this point, most of you don't have any skill bonuses, but you certainly have 1 or 2 supply tokens in the pool. This means that if you're testing courage, your effective target number is 15 or 16, regardless of who is the firstborn. If you're testing fury, your target number is 17, unless Shiver is the firstborn. Shiver has a skill bonus of +2. Okay, but we're testing courage. Finally, remember that event card you drew in the previous chapter, Summer Sun. Its effects remain in play until it is discarded and replaced. The effect gave you a flat +1 bonus to all skill tests. What luck! Okay, roll 3d10.
Nice.
And let's fudge the game as we have a habit of doing. Say you rolled a 1, 4, and an 8. But let's say, what would you have rolled for 3d10?
Let's find out.
6, 7,
3,
and 3.
7, and a 5.
Oh, it was a 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that we got a 1, 4, and an 8 for a total result of 13 and 14 to 16 when applying the appropriate bonuses. Close, but no cigar. Fret not. At this point, you still have options. Just like in battle, you can re-roll some or all of the dice at the cost of 1 fate per die. Generally, the higher original result on a die, the lower effective a re-roll. Thankfully, you rolled a 1, and from that, there's no other way than up. Gain 1 fate on your personal Triskelion and re-roll that die.
Okay. Nice.
What'd you get?
9.
9. Alright, well, we were aiming for,
21.
that's the temple that we're in. So, that's pretty cool. The art is very good. I really do like Greek architecture. I think it looks so cool.
Mhm.
So we're looking for a 17. We got a 6 or a 16 because we have the +1 from the summer days.
Well, we succeeded. I got a
So we
21.
got it. Nice. Oh, all right. So success.
You silence the tiny voice in your head telling you to run, and make it to the bottom of the stair. There is nothing down here but broken stones and pottery. Rubble bars further progress. Huh. At least you conquered one monster. Your fear of the unknown.
Yay, we lose 2 Oikos fate. Hot. Oh, okay.
Regardless of the result, Yolaus waits for you at the top of the stair, his expression undecipherable.
Found what you were looking for?
Neat.
No.
And then this gets passed on to the next player. And okay, so skills and supplies, courage, followed by a target number. If you roll a nat 10 on the crit die, you gain 1 experience point. If you roll a nat 1, you gain a hubris. Usurping the test, any Herekles may gain a hubris to take the test in the firstborn's stead, effectively helping out their sibling. They will gain any personal rewards and suffer any personal consequences of that test. This does not force the players to pass the firstborn token. Okay. If there are supply tokens in the journey pool that match the color of the test being performed, you may decide to use any number of them to gain +1 bonus to that test per token. Matching beast token also provide a +1 bonus per token, but their use is compulsory. Used tokens are returned to the supply called the journey bag. Alright, so I guess that's the use of these tokens here
Okay.
to help out with skill tests. Nice. the Firstborn, and the Firstborn tokens. It's not easy to determine seniority among an unruly bunch of Herakleides, especially when some of them are adolescents. And once someone claims it, they won't easily part with it. The Firstborn is on the front line of the Oikos. They have to make the tough calls and carry the burden of leadership. Firstborn is a game term that basically means party leader. Got it. Nailed it. Phew, we're almost done with this chapter of your tutorial journey. However, this last adventure ended with a strange Firstborn command. That XP stands for experience points. Whenever you see the symbol, the Herakleides passing the Firstborn token gains 1 XP.
One passing it gets XP.
Yes, you may also have gained an experience point by rolling a 10 on the skill test and incurred some hubris. You don't have anywhere to mark this adventure yet, but if you like, you may keep in mind for later. Iolus will have words with you.
Whatever I ask of you, you make it a point of pride to disregard, says Iolaus. His tone is dispassionate, his voice calm, yet you feel you're being thoroughly scolded. Is it about the temple or the village? If you are unable to sit still, keep your heads down and follow simple requests. You might as well make yourselves useful. Each of you must have some talents. Let's see them.
Do you feel reprimanded? Don't. It's an opportunity to learn about the 12 Sins of Herekles character class system. Last Days of Summer introduces 4 starting classes, each loosely corresponding to a function of a family or fantasy archetypes. These are the Decider. I am the Decider. Who shoulders the burden of responsibility, the Protector, whose duty is to defend others from external threats, the Provider, who keeps the group well fed, well equipped, well prepared, and in good morale, and the Guide, who's at the forefront of change, charting a path forward. For now, though, there are 4, one of each Herakleides in the Oikos. That's another thing. There can only be 1 Herakleides with a given class at any given time. This is because each class fills a specific niche, and while running a party of 4 protectors might be fun for a while, the battle would certainly become easier. Your campaigns would falter and fail due to shortcomings on other fronts. That isn't to say that each 2 or 4 protectors will be the same, far from it. Each class offers a wide selection of battle and journey abilities, skill bonuses, and masteries, allowing you to lean into different aspects of your vocation. If you want to, you may head over to the storybook, only in the full game, to get your first look at the various class progression trees. Yeah, this is what I had heard that they were adding, was an actual skill tree for each different class. Instead, assign each starting class to a different player, then give those players appropriate black and white Herakleides sheets. But that's only in the full game. Because I'm assuming, yeah, there's like nothing to flip for us. Okay. Yeah, because there's nothing to spawn here from what I can see. Yeah. So. But I guess this is where you keep track of your hubris, which is the penalty and experience. So.
Okay.
Neat. So I guess each character would have their own
Kind of charts, I guess.
yeah, your own individual chart for your Herakleides.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Let's see.
That's it for proceed to chapter 3, Shoulders of Giants. Care for another battle with Herakles? No.
You are eager to show off your skill to Iolaus and prove your usefulness. Too late do you realize it only means more chores. Where at first, you were only responsible for setting up camp. Now you forage, hunt, scout, and stand guard all night, while the old man sleeps. I think we were played, one of you murmurs grimly, shouldering Iolaus's pack, taking care not to trip over the tangled roots. It's hard to trek in Orchomenean's half-light, even without the added load. There are queer noises in the undergrowth, and in the thick coat of leaves blanketing the forest floor. You catch glimpses of creatures whisking off the path and scuttling behind tree trunks. black squirrels, Yolao says absent-mindedly, as if deciphering your skittish looks. Nothing to be alarmed about. And if it was something, one of you asks, remembering that blood-curdling howl. Wolves? White clads? A monster? Whatever it may be. What then? What then? Yes, we're unarmed. And you're very... You scramble for words. Seasoned. If they come for us, as you keep telling us they will, what are we to do? Without turning his head, he mutters under his breath. Are you asking me whether you should give in to that dark voice? Let its fury spill into the world? The words hang uncomfortably in the cool air. No, you're nowhere near ready. The rage could consume you. But how can we... Most quarrels can be resolved by means other than violence. That is a tool you reach for only when all else fails. There was no discussion after that.
Let chaos shape the world. Alright, we ended the last chapter on the black progress token. From here, the paths diverge. The northern path leads to a black sanctuary node, while the southern path takes you to a black Gaia seed. However, there is a lock symbol on the southern path. Lock means the path is restricted, unless you possess some means to traverse it. Yep. So all the Gaia seed node is tempting. You can only travel to the sanctuary due to the northeast. Let's do that now.
Let's go.
Oh, Gaia seed.
To war.
Sanctuary. Okay.
What's
Don't
that
forget the
from?
Dron- What? Oh, yeah. What is that from? I feel like I'm referencing something. Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's it. Don't forget to draw and resolve a wilderness exploration card while you're at it. Because it's a black node. Got it. Boom. The Old Forest in absent... Oh, okay. The least likely Herekles gains a danger, and we gain another threat. Which, we've already seen that one before. That means an Oikos Rage. The least likely... Okay, I wonder how that follows in this one.
Right.
So, this is going to be one with the least amount of danger. Oh.
So the least amount of
Danger
whatever's being
already.
gained. Okay.
We can have...
Sure, I'll eat it.
Okay, cool. Okay. And we did that, so now that that's done, let's resolve the sanctuary node. Sanctuaries are what we call advancement or downtime nodes. This also means that they are resolved after the exploration draw and after a potential threat battle. Sanctuaries are places of solace, peace, and Oh, so they're the rest and relaxation nodes. They can be something as simple as a hot spring or a cozy, secluded glade or a jerked corner.
My jerk corner.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've came across one. Resolving a sanctuary node is always voluntary and allows you to lower fate by 1. Flip Shiver's child card. So we can see that stuff. Nice. So put that right there. Okay, so seek sanctuary, gain fate during the advancement step to lower rage by 1. Okay. Craft gear. Nice. As you can see from the new rules reference to resolve a sanctuary node, you need to perform one of the Oikos actions intuitively called Seek Sanctuary. That in turn requires you to gain an Oikos Fate. Doing so will lower your rage. This may not seem like much, but there are only a few precious places you can lower Oikos Rage, so fate permitting, you should always consider taking advantage of them. Depending on the progress of this learn to play, you have either 2 or 3 Oikos Rage, where we have 4. Not necessarily large, but you have the fate to spend, so boop. Neat. Oh, and one more thing, sanctuaries are diamond-shaped seasonal nodes, which means that they are one-time use only. You're back to having only a single viable path, one leading to a black workshop node. Let's move there now.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So. Oh, and then we draw another wilderness card. Whoops. Megalithic Ruins. So still no adversary, but another threat. God, it's dangerous out here.
Threatening.
It's another adventure node. Check the adversary symbol. It reads resolve that or two. Oh, actually, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, resolve 1 or 2 if threat is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, and it is now. It is 6. Oh, did you increase the threat? No?
No.
Okay. Lo and behold, your threat is exactly 5. Well, it shouldn't be. This means each season has its own adversary. For Last Days of Summer, it's Orthros, the Bloodhound. I can't take Orthros Journey Manager out of the box. Whenever you're forced to spawn the adversary, you place it on any node 3 nodes away from you. Yep. There's only one node that fits the criteria, the White Gaia Seed. Note that when the adversary spawns, it does not move any subsequent. Okay. Eolos's worst fears have come to pass. Something much deadlier and immensely more powerful have picked up the Herakles I sent. Time is running out. Proceed below to the It Follows adventure. Uh-oh.
The howl tears through the night sky, taking you back to that first night at the temple. It is both alike and unlike that of a wolf. It's closer than the last time you heard it. What could it be? Iolaus feeds the bonfire another branch, lingering before answering. A beast of hunger. You said that like you know of it. I do. I have seen it. It and the carnage it caused. The fire cracks and pops. You don't think it has tasted Herakleidai flesh before? His words leave no space for doubt. It is coming for you. The bravest of you smiles cockily as if to spit in the face of this grim revelation. Then it seems we'll have to awaken the Titan power within us after all. Iolaus turns to them, a strange shine in his eyes. Child, this thing eats Titans. Our only hope is to reach the shore before it catches up to us. He pauses, considers your predicament. Then, but we may not make it. Pack your things. We need to move now. The pace Iolaus dictates is so frantic that it leaves you no time to think. Hours pass before you realize you've changed direction. Instead of continuing east toward the shore, you veered off south, back into the old forest. What gives, old man? Nerves start to get to you, and the questions come out harsher than you intend. You're trying to get us killed? On the contrary. You notice the forest around you has thinned somewhat, and is now dotted with giant moss-covered boulders. You remember Iolaus calling them glacial erratics, whatever that meant. Here, the old man points to a crevice in one of the stones and hands you a torch. You begin to protest, declaring you won't hide from danger, but he insists, and when Iolaus insists, he brooks no opposition. What at first glance appeared a mere slit opens up into a spacious cavern. Its floor is unnaturally even, as if flattened, and the rock walls have been cut deep, and with precision, creating alcoves with places to sit and stone benches to place things on, and a hearth to kindle fire in. Strewn about are heavy stone tablets, meticulously chiseled out to serve as molds for metal tools, swords, spear tips. The room was a kiln once, an aeon ago. Yet, something is not quite right, to the point you think your eyes are playing tricks on you in the darkness. And then, as you approach one of the benches, you realize what's been bugging you. The scale. It's all wrong. What in the... One of you exclaims, giving voice to your collective bewilderment. This was a kiln for giants. There are worn symbols above the hearth, but none that you recognize. So, you have not heard of the Bronze People? Iolaus fills the silence with his measured cadence. Once upon a time, they lived all over Hellas. There's not many of them left. None in Boeotia. Then no wonder we haven't heard about them, one of you retorts. What were they like? Were they similar to Titans? Titans are not people. The harshness in Iolaus's voice surprises you. They are monsters set upon the world to torment mortals. They are nothing alike. Now, he points to the other side of the cavern, where a giant stone wheel has been set in the wall, perhaps to regulate water or airflow. I'll need a hand with this. If that monster catches up to us, and you, have to fight that thing, I will not send you out unarmed. But you, one of you stutters. You said we were not ready. You are not, Iolaus says with the utmost conviction. But you said, I know what I said, and I loathe to think of what you might become. But that there is a monster, and you have the right to live just as anyone else. Enough talk.
Good deal. This
Nice.
adventure is a bit different. There are no choices, tests, rewards, or penalties. Instead, take the following standard-sized craft cards. Crude flint weapons, petrified wood weapons, and crude armor. Their backs are showing respectively. First Grave, Ancient Felling, and Giant Shell Midden Workshops. They will form the basis of your project decks. Then perform 3 discoveries.
Is that them?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. It is.
Yep. So, what was it again? It was crude flint weapons, petrified wood weapons, and crude armor.
Okay.
Alright, nice. You've just discovered the Bronze People Workshop and some of their forgotten crafts. These will allow you to craft Titan gear at workshops, eventually. Notice that the adventure told you to put these 3 craft cards into your projects deck. The project deck shows you the arts and techniques you're on the verge of discovering, but are not quite there yet. When a craft card is discovered, it is moved into the workshops deck. You can always tell which crafts should end up in projects by checking all. Okay, yeah. Okay, but how do you discover crafts to begin with? That's simple. The adventure told you to perform 3 discoveries. Each time you're told to perform a discovery, you simply move a card from the projects deck to the workshop deck. So you gained 3 new projects, crude flint weapons, and made 3 discoveries. So now... Okay, so basically, now these cards, the crude flint weapons, the petrified wood weapons. So crude support equipment and basic sea weapons are the 2 that are now in our projects deck. Neat. Easy enough. You're almost
Okay.
ready to... Well, I guess we're down to 5 of that. You're almost ready to craft gear, but still don't have any resources. Don't worry, the old kiln is full of materials gathered in aeons past. Gaining resources usually happens during battle, but this time we'll make an exception. You can learn how to do it from box 50. So... Usually gain resources after a battle. When you win a battle, you need to gather the Universal Wound deck, consisting of 12 cards as well as all 3. Next, you shuffle the Universal Wound deck and draw 6 cards. Check the symbol in the upper right. These are resource symbols. Oh, the unit. So these. Oh, got it. So now the resources are on the Universal Wounds. However, each primordial yields additional unique resources. That's where the BP decks come in. Draw 3 from the BP 1, 2 from 2, and 1 from 3. That's all there is to it. Oh, okay, so it's easier than how it was in ATO.
So it's...
Yeah,
So there were
now
3...
Yeah, so now after a fight, it's 6 from the single wound pile, then 3 from level 1, 2 from level 2, and 1 from level 3.
Okay.
And those are just the resources you get.
Okay.
But now they're just going to give us shit, so 13 bone, 9 hide. Where is it? There it is. So 13 bone, 9 hide, and 3 organ. Okay, now we can finally resolve the workshop node and do some crafting. Just like Sanctuary's workshops are advancements or downtime nodes, they're resolved after the draw and after potential. Threat battle, workshops are places where the bronze people practice their ancient crafts of carving, smithing, stonework, and more. Now, after untold time has passed, the Hereklidae are rediscovering these forgotten sites. Resolving a workshop node is always voluntary and allows you to craft as many gear cards as you have resources for. Resolve the craft gear action now. Alright. So what do we got?
All right.
What can we make?
Well, let's see here. Most of these things. Petrified spear tree. That's not up here.
Yep, except that one apparently. Unless there's... Whoops. Nope. So it looks like these are... these are what we have available.
I'll just make one of each weapon first.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take the Sphinx string.
The Sphinx string, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So that one costs a hide and 2 organ. Okay. Well, we have 1 organ left. I'll just go with my usual, the all or nothing weapon, so the petrified tree club.
Fucking club 'em.
2 bone, 2 hide. We'll put that on roar. Okay, so 2 bone, 2 hide. What do we want for Torrent? Torrent I can put Katars on.
Sure, I'll take the shield then.
Okay. So the Flint Katar, 2 bone, 2 hide.
Tree shield. Do we have 5 bone left?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make that.
What are you making?
Petrified tree shield.
Okay.
It functions as a pretty decent weapon too. Yep. Using these 5 bones, we'll craft this wooden shield.
Yeah, let's see. The buckler. How much is the buckler? A bone, 2 hide, and an organ. Okay. So, yeah, a bone, 2 hide, and an organ. Alright, well, so we crafted the siren buckler.
Can you make a second guitar?
No.
To say you have one?
No. Well, I mean, I don't have the card for it, so I'm just going off of.
I mean, you can say you do.
I
just
can.
For the pair to pack.
I'll just go with what we got. I'll have her have a guitar in the buckler.
Okay.
With 2 charges on it. 1. That allows me to dodge. Alright, neat.
Nice.
So now, at this point, you simply select the gear you want to craft, pay their cost and resources. Our proposed selection, once we prepared your resources for, is all that stuff. So, what, everything that was here? So I guess we have enough to make the monstrous leather, if you want to put the leather on one of your
Sure.
peeps. 3 bone and 2 hide. Yep, that's literally all the resources. Alright. Man, they really want you to, hey, care for an additional battle with Herekles? No, I don't like my dad. Alright, crossing the threshold.
At first, the thought of transforming into titans and facing the monster thrilled you, but that feeling was as fleeting as the morning dew. When it passed, what was left was a sobering realization that you would have to surrender yourselves to this dark hunger. That even if you did, you might still die. And even if you don't, you may never be the same again. The beast is circling around us, Yolao states with a hint of admiration, surveying the dusking horizon from your lookout atop one of the boulders, not far from the bronze people killed. It'll pass us to the south, then cut off our access to the shore. We'd have to come to it, or go back the way we came. Right into the white-clad hands. Clever thing. Pack up. We need to slip from this noose. Leave it, he adds, tracing your gaze to the giant weapons. Are you serious? You can't hide your disbelief and anger. You spent 2 days repairing them, then hauling them outside. 2 days to move them a few meager meters. And now you're just going to abandon them. For there is no way to travel with them without turning into a titan. Life is about knowing when to cut your losses, Yolau says curtly. Good to learn this early. There is a port town not far from here, Anthedon. We'll head there. And hope.
Oh, okay. What was the fucking point? Oh, never mind.
We learned how to make them.
Yep. I'm not gonna. We can just hold on to them because I imagine we'll get them back. Before you do anything, flip Tremor's child card. It shows a helpful code and summary.
Oh no.
Story code 0 1 star. Arrival entering a city. Looming doom. Gain 1 unavoidable doom. Respite if there is no last visited city token. Every map tile on the board except your current tile becomes unexplored again. Flip every such tile face down, removing any tokens. If there is no last visited city token on a city, lower rage by 2, then regain all journey ability charges. Nice. Campaign round sequence, so move. You always have to move. Exploration, resolve a node. Got it. Gain rage, resolve an event, resolve an adventure, battle step. Yeah, seems a little bit cleaner. Okay, you finish your last campaign round on the Black Workshop. The soul path leads east into the unknown. Let's move. Hey. Anthedon. Got it. So remember, whenever you move onto an unreal tile, you flip it. Okay, so all tiles become explored. So this unused Gaia seed goes away. So if you don't get it, you lose it. Oh, you couldn't reach it anyway. So now we moved on to a hunting ground node. Just like Gaia Seeds and Progress nodes, and unlike Workshop and Sanctuary nodes, this one is resolved before you draw an exploration card. Hunting grounds are places abundant in game and fruit and are perfect for replenishing supplies. Resolve a hunting ground node is always voluntary and allows you to draw 3 tokens from the journey bag. As you can see on the reference card, to resolve a hunting ground node, you need to perform one of the Oikos actions called Hunt Beasts. That in turn requires you to gain a fate. Okay. So I guess there's is there a journey bag somewhere nearby? Oh, I'm guessing
Yeah.
Got it. So before, the journey bag is made of 3 misses, 2 beasts. Players draw tokens from the bag with the Hunt Beast action, or when another effect instructs them to. Supply tokens used during skill tests are automatically returned to the bag. Okay. Have you created your journey bag? If you're missing a few tokens, they may still be in your journey pool, and they should stay there. Perform the Hunt Beast action, draw 3 tokens. Okay, so do we have all those over there? So we're putting in 3 of these. 3. And it was
2 of the gray paw, or 2 gray paws.
Okay. Got it.
4 red cornucopias. 1 red beast token. 4 yellow cornucopias. 1 yellow beast. 4 purple cornucopias. 1 purple beast.
Okay, so all the tokens that were over there. Except we're down 1. Okay, so now it said, so I gained us the fate, so now we just draw 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. Neat. Remember, you add all supply tokens to your journey pool, while any drawn missed tokens are returned to the bag without effect. Got it. And we can only have 5 of these in the pool at any given time.
Okay.
Once you're done, supply tokens are a great way to boost your chances in skill tests, so it's always good to have a few in reserve. Once you're done, draw the last wilderness exploration card. Whoops. Oricamenian Outskirts. A salty eastern breeze carries the promise of a long journey. So that should move the adversary.
Oh no.
However, the adversary will move 2 nodes, closing the distance.
Oh no.
Because our threat is that. But we are also not gaining any threat.
Oh.
Neat. Okay. So, I mean, that was the last. Oops.
Okay.
The
We
last
have
exploration card. So we just move on to a Doom. Doom. So Doom, that sounds ominous, right? It is. However, you don't have a choice. Doom nodes are another type of node you resolve before the exploration draw, and they are always round. So we simply gain a Doom placed on your current Doom card. You don't have a Doom card just yet, but that's not a problem. Excess Doom from a Doom card is always moved onto the next Doom card, so place the token in the journey pool and move it onto the Doom card as soon as you gain one. No. And I guess we'd have a progress too, but we didn't have a card to put it on. Exploration draw, because we are on a white. That's this one. Remote Homestead, if you are willing to risk the dangers. Oh yeah. So now that's going to move the adversary again. Resolve an effect based on your reputation with the local faction, which is going to be ass. Look at the top left corner of your current map tile. There's a new symbol there. It's the Boeotians faction symbol, meaning that this area is under the control of that faction. Note that almost every region is controlled by some faction, and even if it isn't, nature itself or some other force claims ownership. Your local faction is the Boeotians, the rightful authority in this ancient land you are trying to escape from. So take the Oiko sheet, find the tutorial reputation track. If A2 is marked on the choice matrix, mark +0. If A1 is marked, -1. Well, it's -1. We are disliked.
Oh no.
Whenever we get this, we should just go full evil, be vilified by everyone.
I mean, we are.
What?
We are giant Titan people. We'll just give in to the rage.
Turns out we are like our dad. Alright, so...
Daddy, come home.
So basically we are disliked, so we would gain 1...
Okay, I reflected that.
Fate.
I did it.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yep, we're familiar with reputation. We've gained another fate, or another threat.
Yep.
Which should indicate an Oikos results in another event. Well, see? Okay. That's what I thought. I thought we were at 6, so the tutorial, the learn to play was wrong when it said we were at 5. Because now it's saying we should have an event symbol, so which would be the next event. Whoa. The next event. Foreign Contagion. One of the last ships from Crete has brought on board an unwanted passenger. Perform a beast check. Okay. First, quickly resolve the reputation effect. This card reads infamous or worse. Always apply exploration gate. This. Oh, I see. So. Oh, okay. So we would always apply exploration card gated effects. We are not worse than infamous. So I think we're good there. Then comes another effect, perform a beast check. Whenever the game asks you to perform a beast check, draw 3 tokens from the journey bag. If at least 2 of them are beast tokens, new strange beasts would appear. So draw 3 tokens from the journey bag and study them. Let's fudge a game a bit and say there's no beast tokens. Okay. But if we did, we wouldn't have had one anyway, because we needed 2 of these.
Right.
Nice. That's easy enough. So, beast and beast check. Hellas was always a dangerous place, but it became even more dangerous after the cataclysm known as the Eschaton, when the gargantuan primordials appeared and ended the age of the Olympian gods. These giant monsters are an existential threat to all mortal settlements and mortal civilization as a whole. They also seem from many leagues away. They are not the only type of primordial that has appeared, though. There are smaller creatures, too. Faster, less visible on the global scale, but not less deadly to mortal settlements. Whenever you draw a beast encounter card during the exploration draw, you simply resolve it. Note that unlike other exploration cards, beast encounters both force you to draw another exploration card and are simply discarded. This means that if you don't deal with beasts in a timely fashion, they will begin to show up more often. To get rid of a given beast, to remove its card from the deck, you simply need to face the threat primordial that preys on them, or is otherwise linked to them in a battle. To check which primordials, look to the food chain section. God damn. So, this...
Some kind of mob monster that our adversary hunts.
Yeah, so yeah, the marauding Gegaton, which, yeah, looks like I guess a smaller hecaton,
I guess.
is hunted by Orthros the Bloodhound. Yep, so we would have to fight the Orthros the Bloodhound to be able to get rid of this card from the deck. Okay. Start the next campaign round by moving on to the White Beast territory node.
Moving.
Nice.
Boop.
Okay. Yep, just like this is all done before, we do resolving a beast territory node is easy. Simply perform a beast check. Draw tokens from the bag, check them, and return them to the bag. Regardless, let's assume you drew 2 beast tokens. Oh, I guess they have to be of the same color. Usually at this time, you'll draw a random card from the bottom of the encounter deck and shuffle it. However, for this tutorial, simply take the Marauding Gegaton Beast encounter and place it on top of the Civilization deck. Also place the corresponding beast miniature in the Journey pool as a reminder of which beasts now roam the land. Got it. Okay. Here he is. Okay. Now we would draw... As you now have to draw an exploration card, draw that beast encounter. It's a perilous one. First, it forces you to move the adversary 1 node towards you. Yeah, so now we do draw this. And the adversary gets even closer. We can hear him howling!
Oh!
And... then it says to place 1 escalation token. Got it. Okay, so those now exist. So now I guess the next fight will start with an escalation.
Okay.
The monster is so close you can feel it nipping at your heels. But, as in, I guess, did it say it instructs us to draw? Oh, after resolving this card, discard it, then draw another card. Okay, so we'd have to draw another exploration card. Anthodon's Farmland. Fertile farmlands that feed the whole Boeotian coast. Resolve adversary movement if threat is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. It is 7. Did you already move him?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, no. Alright, so... Free supply token. However, first you have to resolve the adversary action.
Oh, I got a miss.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, you're on the final stretch. That's the port town of Anthedon before you. Move on to the large city node. City nodes trigger each time you move on to them. However, there are advancements, like workshops and sanctuaries. This means you have to draw an exploration card first. Cities are always civilization nodes, so draw the last civilization card. Which is the Anthedon Coast. Okay, so that would mean it has a gated effect. If threat is 7 or higher, gain a rage. Your rage should be, or your fate should be much lower. That leaves the adversary. Oh no, your current threat level enhances the effect, so you have to move Orthros 2 nodes, which would take the Bridle onto your node. This is in turn would trigger an adversary battle at the end of the step. One you would not win. That is looking grim. There is one chance, though, to cover your tracks Oikos action. It's right there on the Oikos action reference card, but we put it in gray italics so it didn't disrupt the flow of the game before. You can use it now. Gain 1 fate to lower the adversary activation by 1 from 2 to 1. Oh, I see. It's on the Shiver card. Cover your tracks. Gain 1 fate to slow your down adversary movement by 1. Got it. So he's just right outside the city. Only in the full game. Alternatively, though we do not advise it, you may let Orthros catch up to you and resolve the battle at the end of the step. Again, we do not recommend it, as even with the gear from the Bronze People Kiln, you are no match for him. You don't even have individual Herakles cards yet. If you insist on diving headlong into the battle, like Herakles probably would, discard the hand that fed trade during setup. Any consequences of this battle, for good or ill, will carry over into your first 12 Sins of Herekles campaign. Got it. They're just like, hey, probably shouldn't do that. You'll leave Orthros just beyond the city gates. Hopefully you finish the exploration step safely. You skip the threat battle step. If you're on a city node during the advancement step, you arrived at the city. When this happens, you have to complete the city code. Completing a city code, or any other story code for that matter, is very simple. Yeah, we just match the codes based off of what we had up here, which was on Tremor. Right there. So for the city, it'd be 0012. Or wait. Yeah, 0012.
Here it is.
Some components of the game will carry a partial code in the form. Yep. When you have both, you can complete the code, which will give you a paragraph number in your season storybook. Note that some codes you can complete and resolve as soon as you put them together. Got it. Anyhow, you completed code 0012 handily. The paragraph you should read is right below.
And did we repull the Morai?
No, we didn't. I wasn't sure. I was waiting for it to tell us.
Your luck ran out a day's journey from the Anthedon. Torrential rain has drowned the poorly maintained high road, forcing you to seek shelter within nearby hills. Barrows or some such, Yolaus tells you, as you wade through ankle-deep mud. Plenty of places to hide. Rain should mask our scent. We may yet pull through. Yet? Beneath the sky black with night and trembling in the lash of storm, you find a cave, half swallowed by ivy and thorns, the work of nature, or ancient grave robbers, perhaps. The old stones would not tell. Air hangs thick with the scent of deep earth and the memory of roots, and something else. Something you cannot quite put your fingers on. Something not quite right. Nevertheless, rain smites the ground in unrelenting fury, and the cave offers a safe haven. You take a step forward. Wait! Yolaus hisses, spear in hand, his stance suddenly low, aggressive. A shadow moves within the cave. Light! Now! The torchbearer kindles a lone flame. Barely does it flicker before Yolaus snatches it and throws inside. The light arcs a trail against the creeping black, and the thing it hides. A thing of many giant hands, grasping at air, clasping each other, twisting in unnatural shapes like the boughs of a crooked tree, or the venomous heads of the mythical Hydra. Even the rain cannot wholly swallow the sound of knuckles cracking. Pack! Yolaus hisses through clenched teeth. Pack! The howl pierces the night like thunder. It booms so close that your ears pop, and the sound wave makes you stagger. The primordial within the cave answers with its own cacophonic roar and jumps forward, past you, onto the monster that has hounded you for the past fortnight. Go, run! Yolaus tries to outshout the storm, and the giant creatures, now locked in mortal struggle, the earth shakes with their frantic footsteps. And you do. You run, and you run, and you don't look back. Only when it stops raining and the sun cuts the horizon do you allow yourselves to stop. Some of you collapse to the ground. Others sway on shaky legs, trying to catch your breaths. What was that? Your lucky break, Yolaus gasps. A pull of the Moirai. Before any of you come up with a suitably brash retort, he points east. Down from the olive-clad hills, there lies the shining edge of the sea, blue as polished sapphire. Nestled upon its curve, surrounded from the coast by a high wall, is the port town of Anthedon. You made it.
I hope the 12 Sins of Herekles uses this guy.
Yeah, no, he's a good voice for this.
It seems like I like the sound effects that they did, like with that mop, the ringing of the ears. It's just like, luckily I've never been in a situation where you're so disoriented like that. I have been in a situation where I've been knocked out years ago. Like, this was a long
Yeah,
time
you were
ago.
talking smack, and I was like, I ain't having this.
And Devin just put me in my place like the bitch I am.
And I
No.
kissed you on the lips while you were asleep.
Yeah, I had lipstick on. I wasn't sure if I put that on before. No, it was whenever I was in high school, I went to like this after school thing, and we were playing dodgeball. And all I remember, it was on concrete, because of course it is. And all I remember is...
Start with, it's on concrete. I already know how this is going to go.
Yeah, exactly. All I can imagine is I remember someone throwing the ball, and then I just kind of remember rolling over onto my side to get up. And I can just imagine that I, like, dodged back, like Neo in the Matrix, and just... my feet came out from under me, and I cracked my head on the concrete.
Oh God!
No one around me, like no one, like none of the adults. So it was either maybe it was just that like a quick blackout, and it wasn't enough for them to rush over or whatever. But had a very, very minor concussion.
Oh,
so,
good stuff.
But yeah,
Builds character.
Like that. Yeah, right. Maybe that's why I kind of want to kill a bunch of people.
Murder somebody.
Yeah. So that's, and I just kind of remember having that fog, that hazy fog coming too. So yeah. Anyway, hey, we made it to Anthelon or Anthedon.
Crowned with a wreath of salt and of high walls wrought from blocks of sun-baked limestone, stands the port town of Anthedon. Buildings stack one atop the other in tiers, their whitewashed walls catching the morning light. None who are well-traveled in the lands of Hellas would call it grand, but for you, barely out the doorsteps of your homes, it is a majestic gateway. Ships crowd in the embrace of the sickle-curved harbor, slender-bowed triremes with eyes painted upon their prows, merchant galleys from Crete and Nubia, and smaller vessels laden with amphorae of oil, wine, and grain. Yet the most impressive is that outer wall, bruised and beaten by many a beast, but unbroken since the eschaton. You feel safe here.
but you shouldn't. Okay. So we enter a city, we gain an unavoidable doom, so that's 2 doom. And then we perform respite. So I guess now we actually flip these back over. Not that we were heading that way anytime soon, which is what that says. Alright, cities aren't safe for the likes of the Heraklides. Each time you visit one of these bustling settlements, you signal to your enemies where you are and what you're doing. This is called Looming Doom. Then if you haven't visited this particular city, you perform respite and rest. Rest, it lowers your rage by 2. Because we found our jerk at corners.
Mm-hmm. The jerk-offery.
And we regain charges of journey ability cards. Respite is different. It represents a passage of time, changing of seasons, weather, circumstances. In essence, Respite renews the world map by flipping all tiles face down. The map does not exactly go back to being undiscovered. You can still see the map card's backs forming a topological image of the land, but it does rob you of some gameplay information. It does offer you a chance to resolve all those diamond-shaped nodes again. So that's kind of cool. Despite this one additional effect, it removes all other tokens and miniatures from the map tiles you're flipping, including things like the adversary. If the adversary would be removed in this way, you'd gain a special "The Game is Afoot" card, which would force you to restart the pursuit when you leave the city's tile. The one tile that does not flip is the one with the city. Okay. Finally, after all that administration stuff is done, you can explore the city, develop your character, and use abilities. One problem, you don't have actual characters yet, just nameless children. Losers! Let's change that. Take the 8 tarot-sized Heraklides cards out of the box, only in the full game. So, yes, I think I'd heard about this as well. They have an innate talent, a vice, and a virtue. Innate talents are special abilities. Some of them have an oikos charge, so like Akamagoras. Yeah, sure. Quick of wit and temper, Akamagoras will never back down from a challenge. So, okay, so a little bit more, detail than just the picture of the Argonauts.
Mm.
So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
But we don't have these for the tutorial or for the demo.
They have a personal story. That's cool.
Yeah, personal story, one that will develop alongside the main story. That's neat. Each character also has an accompanying personal story breakthrough event. Choose 4 Heraklides as you're starting. I always like that. I really like personal story stuff. Like the Awakened Realms games do that a lot with just more in-depth of who you are.
Okay.
And they have a class box, but that is a mere suggestion. You can really mix and match characters and classes. Really can't go wrong. So, a lot more in-depth, which I guess makes sense if since it's mainly these 4, because the story revolves around them.
Mm-hmm.
Once that's done, note your skill bonuses and penalties. Okay, we don't have any of that. There's nothing keeping you in Anthedon while you have a million reasons to go. So let's go! The advancement step ends and the story step begins. You resolve the story step only when something else triggers it. You moved onto a story node. One of the Heraklidae has an unresolved personal story. Let's assume you had the story card from the beginning, and it reads, if the Oikos miniature is on the Anthedon node during the story step, see the Like Father adventure. Well, the adventure is right here. Read it and say your goodbyes.
Anthedon was never the plan, Iolaus explains. There was a ship waiting for you in a hidden cove, a week's journey north along the coast, but its duty-bound captain had clear orders not to dally if you failed to meet the rendezvous. He could not jeopardize the safety of his other passengers. I have told you before, you are not special. Your father sired many children, and my obligation is to all of them equally. The ship will take them to... He hesitates. The cradle, where they may come of age in peace and learn to control their affliction. We will go there too, once I arrange for passage. Stay here, he adds, indicating the meager room you rented the previous night. The elation from witnessing the titanic clash of monsters and your subsequent flight deflates quickly, as it dawns on you that Iolaus was not completely forthright before. When he told you you would look for a way to lift Herekles' curse together, you imagined an adventure-filled journey across Hellas, at the end of which you would confront your father. Instead, what he meant was to spirit you away to some hidden fortress where you would live out your days trying to suppress the dark urge eating at your hearts. Not exactly the lives of heroes you dreamt about, and no justice for father's actions. Anger simmers, and you decide to walk it off, and to see what a port city like Anthedon has to offer, before you are crammed below the deck of some pentaconter and shipped off to the middle of nowhere. In truth, this is as far away as you have ever been from your homes. Some of you are old enough to remember father speaking of the glory of old Hellas, from before the dark times of the eschaton. The Olympian age, marble colonnades, swift triremes, glorious soaring temples, and markets teeming with wonders from faraway lands. Anthedon is not that. The streets are colorful but run down, and the crowded market smells as much of foreign spices and olives as it does of bad fish and excrement. The temples have been robbed of their wealth and splendor, and now serve as markets, public squares, or inns. I say we ditch the old codger and strike out on our own, the boldest of you proclaims.
Again with the bluster?
Another Herakles counters.
Go where exactly? Outside the walls? Where that monster is waiting for us?
We're Herakles' seed, for dead God's sake. We can easily outrun it.
You don't know each other. Not really. Blood binds you. That and disdain for your father. And you see him reflected in the others now. The anger, the arrogance, the disregard for what others think. Why did he leave you and your mother to be with them and theirs? It's not fair.
So you want us to run, is that it? You truly are our father's bastard.
Take that back.
Tempers run high. The discussion becomes heated, drawing furtive looks from some passers-by. You feel the rage slowly bubbling to the surface, clawing its way out with each insult.
Angst.
A1 is marked, so this one.
Wait, one? Yeah,
Yeah.
A1 is marked.
That is when you wander into a
CO2.
roofed square, strangely
Okay.
emptied of passers-by and merchants alike. The last few stragglers scurry to hide their wares. One of them throws you an anxious look.
Hey, good man. What's the hurry?
One of you tries to strike a conversation, their apprehension growing. The man chances another look, then shakes his head and makes off, as if he saw a monster. Several warriors in white pour into the square from adjoining streets, swords unsheathed, spears raised.
Stand down, filthy titan spawn. There is nowhere to run.
You are taken by complete surprise. How did they find you? Here, of all places. Nobody even knows how you... Oh, that guard from the village west of the Orchomenean. He did get a good look at you. And what incentive did he have to keep quiet about it?
Listen, we're not who you think.
One of you starts. But the white-clads aren't here to talk. They aren't here to apprehend you either. They rush you, and you find yourselves in a fight for your very lives. You cannot win, of course. They outnumber you 2-1, and you have no weapons, no way to defend yourselves.
Save that. The typhonic curse.
You can turn this around by yourself, and the others a chance. And all it will cost you is to give in to the rage, which you longed for either way. And seeing the grimaces of fear and hatred plastered on the white-clads' faces makes it all too easy. Darkness fogs the firstborn's vision. Their muscles begin to spasm, then tear. Their blood boils. They wanted to transform into this creature so many times, to face the violence of monsters. And all it took was a few mortal words. It comes.
Well, they fucked around and they found out.
Yeah.
So our guys goes down, we gain a rage, and we all gain 2 danger because we got our asses beat. How did you like that? Surprised? Angered? You can check the road not taken and compare the two paths. As you can see, your previous choices will have unforeseen consequences, sometimes staggeringly so. A2 represented you robbing the village and running
We
away.
can still read 3.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
you're right. I didn't even see that. Cool.
When you come to, you're on board an old pentaconter, slowly edging away from Anthedon's shore. Your half-siblings are there, so is Iolaus. There is an uncharacteristic softness to his gaze, worry. It's past midday.
What happened? You
Iolaus weighs his words.
let the creature within you out. No,
He raises his hand in protest.
do not resent yourself for it. It is a curse, one hard to overcome, even for those prepared for the ordeal. You were not.
The transformation and what happened after are a blur, even for those of you who witnessed it. It was so violent and fast and kinetic, like an ambrosia explosion.
Did I hurt anyone? None who didn't invite it.
Iolaus says.
You've destroyed a few houses. Thankfully, no one saw you before the change. So when you reverted, we slipped away in the chaos. But you've scared scores of people, he adds, his brow furrowed. They will remember that for the rest of their lives. How a titan in mortal skin has almost taken away all they hold dear. They will teach their children that, and they will learn to fear and hate you. But I did know. Life's not fair, heir of Herekles, he sighs. Do you now see the reason for my plight? Will you now allow me to escort you to the cradle, where you can tame your powers, safe in the knowledge that you will not orphan any children, or cause more misery to your other half-siblings still out there?
You look to the wide, empty horizon of the great sea, scarcely a gull on the grayest sky. So peaceful. You do, and you will. So where are we going exactly? Where's this cradle? Somewhere safe, Iolaus replies enigmatically.
where Eurystheus will never find you. We just need to skirt the hinterland of the old Minoan Sea Empire, Minos' reach, and we'll be on our way.
And he's like, think of the rabbits, George, as he loads a revolver.
Yeah, look out to the sea. The cradle, it's such a peaceful place.
Yeah, think of the cradle.
How did you like that? Surprise.
Mm.
Anger.
I'm surprised. I'm angry.
Oh man, I'm so surprised. You can check the road not taken. Yep. Nothing is clear cut. These choices they want to have evolved now too. Maybe in the future they will represent the fate of that old guard, or what you did to those white clads in the square. Well, they were splattered across the wall, and the old guard, we hate him more than our dad.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna kill his family. Yeah.
You should have stayed quiet. Just their heads on a pike. Okay. The game will never tell you outright what a matrix choice means. It will never hold your hand, so you are encouraged to keep copious notes of your adventures. That's the best way to anticipate what is to come, to piece together the deeper secrets of the world, and to get yourselves immersed in this legendary journey. This marks the end of the Learn to Play. Leaving the port of Anthedon, you've finally thrown off pursuit for now. As the ship sluggishly sails towards your destination, the mysterious cradle where you are supposed to hide, for unforeseen years, you contemplate your future. Hey, gain 1 Sisyphus tier. This mysterious divine resource lets you basically never redo a fight. There are still lessons to learn, but you know enough to freely explore Minos' reach. Progress symbols, yada yada yada. Go on adventures to gain unique rewards and develop your characters and gather resources to create new weapons and gear in forgotten bronze people's workshops. Find your father. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Look
at it.
That's it for this chapter and the Learn to Play. Once you're ready, proceed to paragraph 0001 for the Severed Line campaign in the storybook. Your journey begins in earnest.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh. I see. You've been directed here from the carcass delve. That means you succeeded. Nice. Unfortunately, the story will. I still think one of the funniest things they put in was if you beat the Nemechian, and it's like, are you sure?
Are you
I'm
fucking sure?
I'm pretty sure you cheated. That was a lot of reactions. But all right.
Beat him in the first fight of the second campaign.
I know. Just probably actually impossible to do, but yeah.
Completely, like, because we can't break through any of the threes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
I remember.
You needed like the perfect roll by the end of that to even get one of them. I think you only needed to get one though to beat him. But okay, well that was it for the Learn to Play, everyone, of the new demo of 12 Sins of Herekles. I hope you enjoyed. Devin, you feel like doing a quick discussion on the new demo?
Sure.
Sweet. So click the I to go to the discussion. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.